Because right now, who in here has sold before, worked in the sales department as a salesperson? Were you an automobile salesperson? When it came time to sell an automobile, did you determine how much you were going to sell it for? Oh, you didn't. Who determined how much you were going to sell it for?
Sales manager had it.
Oh, the sales manager did. Right. Well, in a service department, who determines what the service advisor is going to sell the job for? The service advisor. Don't we kind of have it backwards here, Dusty? See, we have accountability and we have control on the showroom floor, but it disappears when we cross over that demarcation line called the back end of the store and we get to fixed ops. It doesn't exist. Does it make sense to you? Service advisors are brutally honest. I love them. I do workshops just for service advisors. And I want a show of hands from all of you service advisors in here on a customer pay repair order. I call it one of those where it's a mechanical repair now, not maintenance. It's a mechanical repair. The customer leaves, goes to work. And you, Mr. Advisor, you dispatch it to Norb over here, your top technician. He brings it into the service department, does a complete and thorough inspection, diagnoses the problem with the vehicle, comes back, tells you what it needs. You then get with the parts department, you prepare an estimate. This is the parts, this is the labor time guide, and this is what I'm going to sell this thing for. You with me so far? I then have to go to the telephone, and I'm going to call this customer on the phone, and I'm going to say, "Hi, Billy Joe. This is Don Reed down here at ABC Motors, and we had a chance to get your vehicle into the service department and do a complete and thorough inspection." And I'm going to give him the estimate that I have prepared. First question I ask advisors: what percentage of the time does the customer tell you to go ahead and repair it? 85%. 85? What percent of the time would you say, sir? Do they say, "Go ahead and fix it"? The number that I hear is always between 80 and 90%. I've never heard a number lower than 80%. We'll talk about that more tomorrow when we get into the telephone aspect of our program. But the second question I ask the advisor, before you call the customer on the phone and after you completed the estimate, have you ever offered the customer a discount off of the estimate before the customer even asked? Y'all understand the question? Once you've prepared the estimate, have you ever lowered the price of the estimate before you call the customer? My response has always been 100%. Hands up. Who's controlling the price here, Dusty? Who's controlling the price, Matt? I asked him, I said, "Well, okay, all of you in the room are telling me that you've lowered the price of the estimate before you call the customer. May I ask you why?" Anybody want to give me the answer?
So I can get the job.
So I can get the job. So I can make it easier to what? Make it easier to sell, because I'm a weak salesperson, boss, and I think that price drives sales, so if I can lower my price, I'll sell more business. Right? Now, let me ask you a question. Would it be acceptable behavior if I worked for you, if I went into your cashier's office and I walked into the cash register when nobody was looking and I just peeled about $500 out of there and put it in my pocket? Would that be acceptable behavior? What would you do with me? Send me down the street to another dealership. That's unacceptable behavior. But when an advisor reduces the price of the estimate in order to get the job, he just did the same thing. He went into your cash register, took your money, and gave it to the customer. That, in my book, is unacceptable behavior.